When you go out in the community, when you go out in the world, you want peace, not chaos, unless you're a chaotic person. Now, you have some
Right.
people, they're not happy unless they're unhappy. Those are the
That's
chaotic
right.
people. And if you hang
That's
around
true.
those people and you're not a chaotic person, then by default, either you're going to change them or they're going to change you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that goes with the saying, like, some people are hurt, man. You know, they hurting,
A
and
lot
they
of
don't
pain.
even realize that that's why they doing a lot of things that they doing. Like, because sometimes we be too close to the situation ourselves, and sometimes it takes somebody close to us to let us know, man. Hey, man, you too close to really see what's going on. I know, they might have to come at you like, hey, man, I ain't just out in your business, but I love you, and this is what I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, from
And
a
it might
real
give you
level.
a different perspective on it. Be like, man, hey, man, this is what you're doing wrong. I know the type of person you are. You can do better,
Mm-hmm.
or stuff like that. Sometimes we too close to the situation to see it.
Yeah.
And somebody else that's on the outside looking in, they at a further distance, and they can see it. Because like there's just like some people nearsighted and some people farsighted.
Right. Exactly.
It's the same thing pretty much.
Exactly, man. Just like taking a picture. You got a bunch of people in there. You say, okay, what do they say? Back up so you can get everybody. And if you got
Right.
room, you're going to back up. Now you get the full picture. You ain't got
That's
nothing
right.
cut out. There's nothing missing. You got the full meal deal. And that's the important part of it, though. It's seeing it from all sides, but then being receptive of that information, because sometimes, we can't tell people nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Get out of my business. You can't tell me this. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know it. So people are so dismissive sometimes of even giving you the opportunity to have that conversation that you just mentioned earlier. Because I'm putting my dukes up. I'm putting my guard up because we are angry for lack of knowledge. For lack of knowledge. I truly believe in this thing I've been like studying and reading about a lot. It's called that post-traumatic slave disorder. I think it's Dr. Joy DeGruy talks about that. And it's a real deal because it talks about the atrocities of slavery and the things that went on with that and the deep levels of mental and physical abuse that was just all of a sudden, okay, you guys are free, you go ahead. It was never treated. Nothing was ever done. There was nothing, it wasn't talked about anymore. It's just like an issue with a family that it's a deep-rooted issue and nobody just talks about it. They just hope it goes away.
Right.
But you see the results of it every single day, and you wonder, well, I don't know why that person acting like this. And then there's a reason for that. But again, we popping pills for the symptoms, rather than find, see what's causing this. Why is everything in such disarray? Why is there so much chaos? Why don't we love ourselves as people? Why do we not want to unify as a people? Why don't we want to connect? Why do we hate on each other? Why are we only moving sideways and everybody else is moving upwards? Why? There's answers to those questions if people would dig deep and just have those hard conversations, if you will.
That's right. You got to dig, brother. You got to dig. And I know us as black people, we are very prideful. And see, pride holds a lot of people back from things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Some people have pride. Like you say, you might come at some people and be like, hey, man, this is what I know. I'm gonna let you know everything I know if you're willing to listen. And then some people still might have enough, too much pride and be like, man, after you leave, man, I ain't worried about what that dude was talking about.
Exactly.
I'm not even worried about that, because of pride. Pride is always an issue with my people. I don't know why, but it's just like that. We just are very prideful people.
Just strong, resilient. I think that comes from being resilient as well as a people. And then also when you steady, have these things in place and you steady get messed with and you steady get ridiculed just because you are who you are sometimes. I think over time it can make you, prideful. Well, you know what, then I don't need nobody. Even the people that I'm supposed to need, right? Even the people that, that because again, when we didn't have anything, we had each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the importance of it all, and that's why I'm a fan of like the Black Wall Streets, those type of areas that did positive things because they had to, and even though it was destroyed, even though it was taken away by jealousy, but it's still an opportunity. It was still an opportunity to show what we can do. Now, under those dire circumstances, look what they did. There's no excuses now, man. There's no excuses. There's just not a lot of effort. There are a lot of excuses of why people are not doing it. They just making excuses sometimes, but the effort is just not there. I hate to hear violence against another brother or sister, man. Why? 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 And if you are angry, if you are messed up, if you are pissed off, if you are mad, then figure that out. Don't take that out on nobody else that has nothing to do with that. Figure that out yourself. Figure that out. And then another thing we talked about too, man, is that we as a culture, we have the stigma against therapy, counseling, and talking it out and stuff like that. Now we'll go to church and get counseling. We'll go testify and have somebody talk to us and pray about us. But half of them, sometimes, to be real, are just gonna talk about you when they leave. I didn't know that. I didn't know so and so did that. And right. So we're not really getting the professional help sometimes that we need because we don't want to see ourselves, hey, I got a problem. I have an issue. I have something that needs to be fixed. You just hit on it earlier. Pride not going to let you see that.
That's right. That's right. And see, another big thing I'm big on is accountability.
Yes, sir.
See, I learned that from a lot of older people because I always, even as a young person, I was always around older people because of my maturity. God blessed me with a mature sense of mind to be around older people, and I learned a lot of knowledge. Accountability is a lot. It means a lot. Anytime a situation occurs, you always got to look at, okay, what was the deciding factor? Who's the common denominator if stuff always going down? What's the common denominator in the whole situation? Why is this always happening? What did I do? Because I don't want to be on here up in myself or seeming like I'm down in my people and nothing like that. Because
we love our people, man.
Yeah, I love my people. That's right. And I got things that I got to work on myself. I'm just trying to give all the knowledge that I know. Well, on the subject that we're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Because I got more to offer, but I'm just saying, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect.
None of us are.
But I do things accordingly in a certain way and try to handle myself in a adult fashion. And I just always look at accountability as a big factor also. People always want to point the finger at this person. Well, what did you do? Because even I have to go back and analyze the situations that I go through, and I always look at what did I do in the situation. Whether I was at fault or not. What did I do in the situation?
Exactly.
So I can accept the accountability for my action.
And then grow.
On my part.
Yeah, and then grow. And just steady grow.
And then grow from it, right.
Yeah, because anything that's useful, it grows, right? Plants and stuff like that, they use them when they grow, and then they provide food, and then in the garden and stuff like that when they grow. If it's not growing, then it's not useful. They discard it and they throw it away because there's no sense even dealing with that because it's non-productive. So every day, if we're not growing, if we're not elevating, in some kind of way, then we're not being productive out here. And so what are we doing with that day God gave us? What are we doing with that day our Creator gave us if we're not being productive with that day? If we're steady doing the same stuff that we complained about the day before, then we're just having a repeat of the day. So you wasted it. Basically, it's waste. It's a waste.
That's right.
It's a waste. And it's time. This is something we ain't getting back. Doing. It's already March the 9th, March the 8th, 2017. We can't get this time back.
That's right. That's right. And by you saying that, when I was in junior high, one thing that always stuck with me, Miss Claiborne told me one day, she said, take advantage of every day because you'll never get that day back. Yeah, this day or this month will come around in the next year, but you ain't going to get this same day back. So take advantage of every day and do everything you can to make the best of it every day.
Exactly.
And that always stuck with me.
Yeah, she was on point, man. Good teacher. I heard nothing but good things about her, man. She's a good teacher. I think I took her.
Yeah.
I think I took her. Yeah. But anyway, man, that's what it's about though, man. And so she deposited something into you, right? That to this day that you still relating back to. And that's the key, man. And that's what I'm saying. That's how those divine appointments work, or how we say nothing happens on accident, or God is in control, or I believe we're just down here like human chess pieces, and he just moves us on this board, this game of life. He just moves us. And the ultimate game, what's the object of the game of chess? Get to the king, right? So the object is to get to the kingdom. So we walk around, we kings, we getting it in. You know what I mean? So the thing about it that we getting to the king, and we're making moves out here, and God positioned us, where He wants us to go, and where He doesn't want us to go, He also detours us, also. But
right.
there's There's people out here with a made-up mind to do negative stuff. There's people out here with a made-up mind to do positive stuff. Sometimes those people going to clash and meet with each other. Maybe you'll grab a few and change their mind, and maybe you won't. If you're a seed sower, your job is just to sow them seeds and keep it pushing. As you do right now, you say you gather and you talk to people. You encourage them and you inspire them no matter who they are. But because you handle yourself in a respectable way, right, and you coming to them and they know you coming to them in love, they sit down and listen to you. They may not even know you. But they sit down and reputate with you because, again, they see your spirit that you're coming in them. You know, I'm coming at you with love, brother. I'm not coming with you with condemnation, me being perfect and you doing everything wrong. You coming at them straight up. And so that's why you're effective in what you do, man.
The God in me, they see that.
Yeah.
They see that. So,
hey,
you know.
You can see the God in somebody. You can see the fraud in somebody.
Really?
Pay attention.
I feel you on that, brother.
You know what I'm saying? You God or fraud.
That's right. You know, another thing I always tell my people, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, they stop giving the devil all that credit, because what they don't realize is the devil don't have powers like God. The devil only allowed to do what you allow him to do. Mm-hmm. You know, the devil plays on your weaknesses. So when you allow the devil to get into your life, the devil don't got no power. People, the reason why I say they give him too much credit, they give him credit like he have power like God, like Jesus. You know, the devil don't have the power. The devil power is what you allow. The devil don't have power like that. Stop giving the devil so much credit. Everything bad that happened to you ain't of the devil.
That's the
what people don't realize, God do stuff to you because he forewarned you a few times.
Yes.
And by you being his child, he gotta spank you, you know. And then therefore something bad might happen, and you be like, "Oh man, it did this happen, this happened. Oh, it ain't nothing but the devil." No, you knew better.
Choices.
You've been getting warnings.
Consequences.
You know, you've been getting warnings. You know, God don't work like humans. He gives you so many warnings before you get that whooping, because he's our Father.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people, stop giving the devil so much credit. Everything bad that happened to you is not of the devil, unless you allow it and you played your part in it, you know.
Yep.
By you know, whether it be, you know, you seeing my omission, commission, word, thought, or deed, you know, it's different levels to different stuff, man, you know. And that's why I try to, it's always going to be a spiritual part of my message also, you know, because that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, definitely, you know? Man. It's definitely a spiritual battle out here, man. And you gotta, and you better figure it out some way or the other. Or someone is more than happy to tell you what to think, tell you what, you know, direction you need to go. So you better clock in or plug into the source, because the only way any appliance work that's electrical is it's plugged into a source of electricity. So it has plugged into a source. So that's the only way it's going to work. Otherwise, it's just a pretty appliance just sitting there, not working.
That's right.
Not working. Yes, so you plugged in, brother. You plugged in. That's why you're doing what you're doing, though, man. And I encourage you to keep moving and keep pushing forward on anything and everything that you're doing, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, I'm you know, I've been working on my movie and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, my script. You know, I know a lot of people don't know I'm writing a book and, you know, working on a script for my movie and stuff. And,
yes, sir.
You know, everything is about my people, man. You know. It's showing people, you know, hey, man, anything you see on TV, it can be done. You can do it. You know, for the little kids, it can be done.
Yep.
You just got to believe. Because God bless you with talent. You know, all you got to do is when you pray, ask God to show you what, you know, what my talents are, and let me use them to the utmost. And what's my purpose? What is my purpose here on earth? Because you know what? I always think like this, and I always tell people this. I believe every individual on this earth is the greatest at something, the greatest ever in the history of mankind at something. You just got to tap into it and discover it. It's something that you great at, that nobody that's ever lived before you or going to live after you is going to be better than you in that field. Yes, and that's just my belief. Yeah. I don't know how true that is, but that's just my belief.
I feel you, though, man.
Because I believe in the greatness of people. That's
right.
This is not just black people. This is everybody.
People. The greatness of people. Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
You
Came from great.
You got to believe you're the greatest